she's the best character in the game. So yeah. Wow, I was impressed. I was like, wow. So Sokka
Chat, he's been
is
doing this. He's been
108%.
doing this all day, chat.
Wow.
All day, all effing day.
Sokka is 100% my main.
I think
Wow.
Sokka. Oh, okay. So we're gonna be talking about characters first. I think we need to talk first about mechanics. What are some good parts of mechanics? What are some bad parts of mechanics?
Good mechanics and bad. I'm gonna be real. I don't think there's really any bad mechanics. I think the only bad mechanic is you can't block in the air. That's the only bad mechanic. I despise the fact that you cannot air block. That's it. Because I, as you already seen my playstyle, I like doing overheads. I start most of my combos with overheads. I got that mostly from playing Batman and Injustice and Nightwing. So you can't block in the air. That means every time I jump, you get whacked. But I adjusted to it eventually, and I started punishing people instead for jumping in the air. But I think that's the only bad mechanic. Like you can't air jump. Good mechanics. I think honestly, all of them are pretty good. I like the balancing system between dodging. I like that aspect of the game. That was very unique. I don't think any other games really done that. Like you just hold X and this nigga was breakdancing, pulling off UI Goku moves. And I like it because it punishes mashing and it also keeps you safe at the same time. I'm very anti-mash. I hate mashers. I made a whole rant video when I was a kid on mashing. And it's a system that you can use to be offensive or defensive. So if you're new to the game, I don't even know what it's called, but I think it's flow. I believe it's flow. I could be wrong, but if you hold X, you basically have the ability to dodge all these different abilities and things that normally you would just get hit by. But if you understand frame data, which is where the most extensive other stuff comes, that's where skill comes in, that's where frame knowledge comes in, then you can actually punish in between those dodges and moves that people aren't safe in, where you have your negative frames and your plus frames. So I really like how much attention they put into the game. I don't think there's honestly anything bad that's like, lazy per se or anything like that. So that's just my 2 cents on it.
I have different opinions. I think okay, let me start by phrasing it properly before it comes across a certain way. I think each mechanic is unique in its own way, and I think it helps balance each other out. I especially like the flow mechanic. I think it helps basically not put people in endless loop combos that a lot of fighting games basically force you into. But I think my issue is that a lot of the things that I saw, and maybe this could be due to the being closed beta, is that I feel like a lot of things don't properly connect.
Combo is?
Yep.
There's a lot of gaps. I agree.
It's not that the combos didn't connect. It's that the timing. What would they call it? The timing for combo extenders is not generous at all. I guess you could call it a flaw as well. I could definitely admit. I think it's way too short. Fighters, Tekken, like Injustice, even there's time to fuck up and still like do something you want to do. But Avatar is so direct. Like if you mess up, you're dropping the whole combo. Like. Even a millisecond has to be exact every single time, and I'm not really a fan of that either. I gotta be honest. But that's just the combo meter. I think it's called a combo meter.
I like that, the fact that if you mess up even a millisecond, you drop. That's for, let's say, new players that go up against someone that knows a little bit more than them. I think that's better for them, so that they still have a fighting chance.
That is true.
That's why I'll play devil's advocate for that. Because if me being that my fighting games are iffy, and so I get good, it's good to see that if they mess up even a little bit, I have a chance to come back and I might actually win the game.
That's pretty fair. I'm just worried more of
a fail though. I wouldn't call it a fail. I would say more it's on purpose, being that most likely when they come out with ranked, you'll be put with people that with similar ranking as you. So you'll probably find as you go up, you'll probably find less and less people that actually drop the combo. So I think it's a good mechanic to have.
I see. I'm just worried I mean, I think it's gonna be this way anyway. But I just don't. I'm worried that Avatar fans aren't gonna want to stick with the game because of how difficult it is. And that's good and bad. It's good because you're not gonna have fake fans on there, right? You're not gonna have people who just mash and get away with shit. That's usually the community that kills games. But it's also bad because let's say someone actually wants to learn the shit, it's gonna be basically impossible for them to do so. If they get frustrated too quick, which is a skill issue at that point, but it does raise a point of like, where's the middle ground?
I think that's the whole. I think that's the point. Is there is no middle ground. You either know what you're doing or you don't. It doesn't reward spamming. I think that's what I like. A lot of other fighting games reward spamming. This game requires you to, like you said earlier, be precise. If you're not precise, you're effed. And then makes it so that you can separate the noobs from the people who actually want to learn neutral so quickly. Especially with like the ability to have just constant loops going with, and I don't mean like oppressive loop chat. I mean loops where you are precisely pressing the correct buttons at the right time in a way that isn't just you press square, triangle, and then that's it.
Yeah,
you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're only gonna get so far. They do have basic B&Bs. I was surprised that they added auto combos because I didn't think they were in the game until I started just pressing it. But like fighters or like most games, if you change the route, then you get more damage instead of following the auto combo route. But it's also good for people who are learning the beginning because you can kind of use the auto combos as a beginning route and then add on top of that until you fully understand like the actual route to the game. That's what I was doing with Qatar for the most part until I just started to learn how to combo with her and do all types of crazy shit.
That's why it makes it more fun to be like, okay, you know how to use this character, okay, but once you fully master them, then you can do combos, you can do a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
A lot of people like I don't understand the people who are like, oh, I don't like auto combos. Like I used to be that guy temporarily, but then I look back at it, I was like, I mean, that's how I got nice on fighters. That's how I got nice. I mean, Justice didn't have auto combos, but fighters for the most part is the first game that I dedicated that much time to outside of Injustice. And when I started fighters, I was literally just pressing auto combos. That was it. I was zoning and using autos until I actually started to learn what combos did. I learned about annotations and that type of stuff. So
Yes, sir.
I do think auto combos aren't the worst thing, especially if it's done right. Now, if auto combos are doing whole health bars, I'm looking at you, Tokon. Then
Not too much of my Tokon now.
Yeah, no. In the beta we played, they were in fact doing crazy damage for auto combos though, which is why I was like,
yeah,
nah.
He's got a point on that. Wait, with Token, yeah.
I was pushing random buttons and doing whole bars. Like that shit was wild. No idea what I was doing.
Like, even in the beginning, when I started Token, I was like, okay, you could pretty much get combos off if you know what you're doing. But even if you're mashing, you could pretty much still get a good amount of damage off of just that.
Yeah, I think auto combos are perfectly fine only if you do it right though. If you got no damage scaling or you don't know how to do it right, then you're just gonna have dudes, like I said, you're just gonna get online and they're not gonna want to learn because why would I learn when I can just press square and it's gonna do the same amount of damage that you're gonna do for actually taking time to lab. It's like no incentive for it. You even get punished for it at certain points. So yeah, I'm a fan of auto combos.
But if they're done tastefully, if you're just mashing them, then it's kind of pointless in playing the game.
Now we gotta talk about damage scaling. Damage scaling. I think the damage scaling needs work. Personally, I don't even know why they're dropping it this early. I think we need another beta, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna bring up Sokka. I think Sokka needs. Oh, wow. Wow. The shit I was doing with Sokka after learning him from one day is insanity. insanity. And it wasn't just Hoshi either. I hopped online and dudes would cook me with Katara, and I would just switch to Sokka, and that's it. That's it. And I get he's supposed to be like a parody character. You're not supposed to be taking him seriously, but you know, I think they might have overtuned him just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I don't have any doubt in my mind they're probably gonna nerf him by the time the game actually drops. Hopefully.
Oh no, he's gonna be nerfed into the ground.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be nerf crazy. Fortunately, you know, have my fun. But it's a necessary evil that needs to happen. Because, you know, the same way I'm enjoying Sokka for doing nonsense, I'm sure there'll be somebody even better than me who could do the same thing. And you don't want to see what that can do to a man in the hands of an experienced player. You don't want that. Because then when you get to a competitive setting, all you're gonna see is Sokkas. They're gonna be at a Evo and you'll see 8 Sokkas just running around. Wow! It's gonna be the whole Evo stream. Wow! 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 Just dodging each other, doing B&B. So yeah, it's definitely a change that needs to happen for sure. I think Azula, I guess we can just go over the roster in general. You guys can tell me who y'all think needs a nerf or a balance or whatever. I think Azula needs a little bit of a nerf on her transformation state. I think her damage is a little wild. Who else needs a nerf?
Wait, you said my baby Azula? What
Yeah, that was Azula, right?
as well, bro?
I woke up sick. Sick to my stomach. Yeah, Azula needs a nerf, bro. On her transformation state. Yes, the one you use. The one you use.
Bro, she is fine, bro.
she's
Your
not.
boy Saga needs to be nerfed.
No. On
Yeah,
her traps.
they both deserve a nerf. You
On
can't
her
say
traps and on her fire flare thing. Sir, you saw what I did. I should not be able to loop you 3 times into the same combo over and over again with no knowledge of the character. I shouldn't be able to do that. That was the first time I played Azula. And you were like, did you lab her? I'm like, no. I already played this character. You should not be able to do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just saw the frames in between and I was trying
Yeah.
You go ahead.
The impressiveness of characters is kind of seen. I will say that. Especially Korra. Zenos put me on. Korra's ability to just keep comboing on nonsense. Like when I was playing you that first time I ever played her and I just was doing random-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know what I'm doing either.
Yeah, she's insane. I played an actual experienced Korra and I was losing my fucking mind at the shit that this man was doing. Because it just didn't stop. He just kept converting over and over again. I was like, the fuck? I thought Katara was bad. It just didn't end. Bro had an answer and a route for every single thing he was doing. Yo, somebody fix this fucking character. So that's my thought. Who else is there? Toph. I surprisingly think Toph is pretty balanced. And the only reason why I say that is because
I agree.
I haven't.
No.
He said
Have you
no.
seen her loops?
I have seen her moves. I have seen her boots.
Her loops.
Yes, her loops as well. I don't think Toph is broken.
Like, it's not as bad as you're making it seem.
I don't think Toph's bad.
Honestly, I like the way Toph plays.
If she were broken, sir, you would see her every match. You barely fought Tophs.
Between her specials, she'll give her both mobility and like super armor, and her ability to loop, she's devastating.
She is insane though. Not in the right hands of the master. But she's not. I don't think she's too crazy.
He got one more. He got 2.
But
nah, I think Toph is pretty balanced. I don't think.
She's not insane.
Like I played against her. I played against her a few times, and every time it felt very different. Only because one person knew what they were doing. Yes, her loops can be devastating, but again, it depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
She's not an easy character to play, but she's not a bad character. Like, it's not like she's impossible to block or get away from.
No, she's not possible to block. I think I'm just want to make a note that like she's better than I think what is being stated. I think that she has a lot of versatility, and especially the fact that her special lets her do so much movement tech. I think like makes her devastating, and the fact that she could literally hit you from anywhere on the ground. Obviously,
Yeah,
that's
that I
think,
don't like. That I would say they need to nerf a little bit so it won't go across the whole entire map. But at the same time, it's like, I don't see it as that bad. If you can get away from her, you're good.
A big if.
big if.
Big if. Who else do we have? Went over Sokka. Zuko's actually really good. I like Zuko.
I like Zuko. He can knock you out of the air. He's got a pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's
I
all
think
around
both.
balance.
I think both firebenders have really good anti-airs.
Zuko has an answer for every fucking thing, which is why I hate him, but I also like him. Because he's
Like,
a
if you know how to
character
use
you
him,
can
he
pick
can
based on your
knock
own
you
play
out.
style. He's completely
Yeah.
customizable, bro. He's a Honda, bro. Nigga's a Honda. You can pick him how you want. You can be a projectile spammer. You can be an anti-air spammer. You can do whatever you want. Or it could be a combo dude. And it all works, so. I think he's actually fairly balanced. Zeno said he was way wilder in the previous beta, which I definitely believe. I think he needs a cooldown in between his projectiles. That's the only thing I would nerf about him for sure. I would absolutely nerf his projectiles in between because the shit that he can do back to back, I don't think anybody should be doing that shit back to back like that. A little wild.
What the F?
So that's my thoughts on the. Those are my thoughts on Zuko. Just change his projectile cooldown, and I think he's a pretty solid character overall.
What about Korra?
Korra gotta go.
No, her combos are crazy. She's
Korra gotta
like
go.
relentless. Like she just keep going.
Yeah,
Korra is 1,000,000% gotta go. But she's not an easy character though, so that's the only upside to her that I'll blatantly admit. She's not an easy character because I tried to just push buttons and I couldn't really get too far. I definitely tried to, and it wasn't something I could just do. So you need a certain level of understanding of the game to unlock Korra's bullshit. So you're essentially rewarded for unlocking her bullshit, which I kind of like. That's how it should be if you are playing a broken ass character. Fuck. What do you guys think about Korra?
I'm in between, honestly, with Korra.
Yo, what the F?
But
No one told me Eddie was this cracked.
did they have to? He said, no one told me.
Yeah.
If they did tell you, would you?
I mean, she's not as bad as the other ones, so.
Oh, don't be a bitch, bro. I'm asking for too many favors. Woo, Sugoi! Hey, Deku. The good news is he can't do anything crazy right now. I'm gonna just read you over here. Who else do I want to cover? Katara. I definitely want to talk about my second main, Katara.
Not Katara.
Katara is insane. She's basically who's a character who spams lows. I'm trying to think of a character that low-key spams lows. Gabe, do not fight them.
I'm not trying to.
Katara is literally the watch your feet character. That's literally her whole thing. If you hate someone who spams lows, that's Katara. And I love her for it because she has different variations and mix-ups, and she also has resets. She's just the. I think Qatar is low-key one of the most advanced characters in the game in terms of her options and like actually learning mechanically. She's a somewhat easy character that you can push buttons with and just like spam blows or whatever. But if you take the time to learn her kit, bro, the shit that I was pulling off, I was like, yo, this is insanity.
Man, there's a floppy right here, sir. What do you mean?
Fuck. All right. Oh,
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, he got me.
we're not doing that again. So yeah, I think that's the thing. What other characters we have left? Aang. Aang's an annoying character to play and learn. He is not traditional whatsoever. I don't know what they were smoking when they made him. He's not an easy character whatsoever. He's very difficult to play, in my opinion. He's definitely.
I think he's a balance of both worlds, though. I think like every other character has like a gimmick. I think Aang is really like a balance of both. Like if the fire characters are characters who like are oppressive, especially with traps and projectiles, and Toph is a character who takes over the arena with her being able to like hit you from different spots. And then Sokka is clearly a trickster character. Aang is like kind of like a literally balanced character. He's just
Aang, bro.
See, when I was trying to learn Aang, he felt kind of difficult. Not gonna lie, like it was not the easiest character to learn, but not the hardest.
I think I like that because it kind of proves his character. Like it kind of goes along with his whole like narrative of being an airbender who requires finesse.
Yeah.
You're not like overpowering with fire. You're not overpowering with earth. Like you have to be like very precise about your movements. And he has specials that I think require like you to do more than I think other characters to just pull it off. I don't know.
Thinking about it now, I see I see the way he fights. It's more you're sitting there waiting for them to attack you.
Yeah. You're offensive.
He's a very passive player.
Yeah.
Like passive and defensive. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah, that sums up his play style like about 100%.
Yes, sir. And he definitely.
If you sit there and wait, you can pretty much catch anybody off guard. If they're pressuring you, you use flow, and then one of his moves, it kind of knocks them back.
And he's an anti-air. He's a crazy ass anti-air. He controls the skies, literally. Because his hitbox is I think he has the largest hitbox in the game in terms of his range for his attacks, his melee. Which he should, because he has a staff. I'm not even mad at that choice. It's just lower accurate altogether. So he can glide up and down in his combos, control the air, and then if you jump, he has his hard knockdown staff, which is allowed to start up combos and do stuff like that. So he's definitely not easy. He's surprisingly, I thought the main character would be the easiest person in the game to pick up, push buttons, but nah.
No, that would be the non-bender Sokka.
Wow.
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 Nah, I don't agree with that take. I'd agree with that take.
Nice.
Are there any characters y'all want to see or looking forward to being in the game that you're gonna main that aren't in here yet?
Ozai.
I knew you were a villain. I just knew it.
Does that make me a villain too? I was planning on maining him too, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly what that makes you.
Oh, is I a villain? I guess I'm a villain then. I didn't see. He didn't do nothing wrong.
He didn't do nothing wrong.
No.
He was nasty as work. He was
He was a
justified in
hero in my
abusing
eye.
Azula and making her a moss.
Nah, that's my role model right there. What you talking about?
Oh my god! I swear to God, Tekken is literally just people waiting for you to make a simple mistake. That's all Tekken is. I swear to God, that's literally all it is. They play effing peekaboo until you make one wrong move. Then they're on your bumper. They don't want to fight for 95% of the fight. Oh my God. But people love this game. Okay. Anyway. I also think that I think we should touch on what you think could be comparable in terms of like this game. Like, do you think this game could be the next? I wouldn't go as far as fighters. I put it up there for like possibility as food for thought. But do you think this game could be the next big FGC big fighting game, next big fighting game, or one of the next big ones? Hello?
Yes.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Guys in GZ or anybody else or hello?
They probably away from their mic.
Here we go. Away from Mike Tech, stand proud, 2026. I'm gonna go off then. I think that in terms of fighting games as a whole, I think that Avatar has the potential to be one of the big ones. I don't think I'd go as far as saying as big as Fighters or as big as Street Fighter or anything mainstream like that, but I think it has a potential to be its own niche. I think like what we said earlier, with the fact that it has flow state, it has specials that give people variety, and it also has assists that make you, basically have a different character with, even though it's the same character, because you have so many different options.
My bad. I had to use the restroom. I had to run. I'm holding that shit for a minute.
Ah, dang, man.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
What?
But I think that yeah, I don't think it's gonna I think it's one of those games that's gonna find its niche. I don't think it's necessarily gonna be one of the games that's gonna be competing with Street Fighter or Tekken in any way, shape, or form. I think it has its own. It's gonna have its own community, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it having its own niche community is good.
Oh my
Agree.
God.
Oh,
You got to come up with those stylish combos.
I agree.
what about you, cousin? What do you think?
Oh, what was the question? Because I had to run to the restroom.
Do you think it's gonna be one of the next big fighting games?
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be too big. Honestly, I think
No.
it's not gonna, because once SoCon comes out, I think that's gonna overshadow it massively. But I'm okay with that because one, that's less YouTube competition, and two, that kind of keeps more of the pure fan audience around it. It's less chance of being toxic that way too. And the less people have interact with it, the better, honestly. So I'm not really too mad at the whole niche thing. I honestly hope it stays niche. Like, I want it to grow in its own way. I don't want it to just, be boxed off in the community so it can't grow, but I would like this game to have the longest lifespan it could possibly have, honestly. And that's unfortunately the way shit is right now. That's the best way for that to happen. Is for it to kind of stay in its little own niche. But yeah.
Jesus.
I think it's definitely gonna be an Evo. And it's gonna pick up a lot of people who probably never heard about it or, are gonna grow interested in it, but not gonna really go too far, honestly.
Yeah.
Fine with me. Perfectly fine with me, honestly.
Now, do you think it's going to deliver more on a certain console?
Deliver more, what do you mean?
Like, do you expect mods to hit on PC?
Oh, for sure. What, are you kidding me? I don't really expect the devs to do too much in modding, honestly, in terms of costumes. It looks like they're just changing palettes. I do like that they are putting a little bit more effort. Like, for instance, we got Old Lady Toph, which personally I think it could have been a costume, but I'm not too mad at it because at least it's in the game. Like, it's not so lazy that they couldn't even put her in the game.
Yeah, just put it there for now.
Like, at least she's in there as a skin, you know. So I'm not really too mad at it. But hopefully, you're like, that's a crazy question. You already know the modding community's gonna snap. The Gooners and the actual fan base itself are gonna go crazy. We're gonna be seeing costumes and skins for all types of shit that probably should be in the game that they either can't get the time to do or just, you know, probably plan to release at a later date. But we're probably gonna see like Azula with the cape on, for instance, before she fought Zuko. Probably gonna see like Bloodbending Qatar or some shit like that. We definitely gonna get Aang with hair. Like, there's gonna be all sorts of mods and shit.
I need Jet. Give me Jet, and I'll give you my life.
Jet mods. You know they're gonna mod what's her name? They're probably gonna mod. The first thing they're probably gonna do is mod the supports as actual models in the game. That's probably the first thing they're gonna do.
Yep.
So, for instance, like what's that lady's name? It's my fault. Sloth lady over here. The sloth lady, one with the animal thing. She's probably gonna be one of the first characters that they mod as an actual playable character. I don't know who they're gonna put it over, but yeah, that's probably gonna be a thing.
Give me Jet, and my life is yours.
Badass.
They didn't put him. They didn't add Jet to the original release because they just knew that if he was released, he'd be too strong.
Right. Isn't that the same man that got cooked?
Whoa. We could all get packed up in this world, sir.
What? Joe.
Come on, bro.
We can all get packed up in this
people
world.
who you're living in a world full of people who can literally firebend and do all this crazy ish.
Yeah, you see Sokka. You didn't see him get beat up, did you?
Here we go.
Sokka has a flawless record, if you didn't know, by the way.
Move, bitch! God damn!
Yeah, but his girl turned into the what? His girl turned into what?
So we gonna do that.
That's crazy work.
You saying that like that's a bad thing, bro. She literally saved the world. That's the ultimate feat. His bad bitch saved the world, bro. Qatar can't live up to that, bro.
That sounds like Cope.
She did Aang's job for him before he was ready, bro. That's the ultimate honor, bro. What do you mean?
Sounds like Cope.
She literally did his job. He was not ready yet. She filled in his shoes, bro.
He's got a point there.
No minging, sir.
Y'all forget season 1, this man was borrowing bodies and spirits to do the job he couldn't do yet. Nigga had a whole salamander over here killing people because he wasn't ready. Get out of there, Gabe. Fuck it. Bro had an overgrown salamander drown an entire city because he didn't have the strength yet.
No way.
He just wasn't ready.
You know who did lose a girl to the moon? My guy Aang, my boy Aang.
Who did what?
He was taking out the iceberg by his honey dip day one.
He was doing what?
He got out of the iceberg. His honey dip got him out of the iceberg. He said, oh, this must be love. And he went from friends to potential to lovers by the end of the series. We all said he had no chance, no shot. They weren't going to give Qatar to him.
Okay,
And my boy Aang said, "Give me some hair and let me cook." And look what happened.
okay, so it was written for him to fall in love with her. 1, 2, she literally traveled the entire world with him. She didn't
Doesn't
have
mean
much
nothing, bro.
options. Let's be
Literally,
real.
he just
She
did-
did it.
Let's
Let's
be
world.
real. She traveled with him and had no other options, bro.
Okay. You can go now we're going to Stockholm Syndrome route. Okay. Cool.
She didn't have no other options, bro. 90% of the world wanted them dead or would sell them out for a quick buck. Stop it. I love you, Katara. This is her right here, sir. That's exactly what happened.
Hey. This is how we see love now?
The only other chance she would have had was what that man's name? Paku? The Earthbender dude? He was sick.
Paku.
The Earthbender would have been sick for her, but no.
Paku. You did not just say Paku.
Whatever that not Paku. I don't know what's that Earthbender's name from season 2? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yo.
Is Paku her teacher, bro? I forget names.
Can crack. Dude said Paku.
Yeah, I'm allowed to forget names now. Okay. Bro, acting like I'm a writer or something. Like I'm supposed to just remember everything.
Wasn't Paco? Was
Paku was the master. Now I remember. I'm trying to think of the name though. You know who I'm talking about? Being a head ass. You know who I'm talking about?
Okay.
The dude who they rescued from the Earth prison. They literally had like a 10-step plan, broke into the Earth prison.
Homie said the master was Paku. Bro was 85 and with a effing salt and pepper haircut. He said, "Yeah, Paku." I've heard it all, chat. Big fan. He called me a LARPer this whole time, chat. He's a real LARPer.
LARPer.
LARPer. You're a proven LARPer. It's not even like a debate. You got more receipts on you than Burlington got in their draw, bro. We know about you. We know who you are. We know what you do.
I need to trade out the time bomb for monkeys.
What the F?
Oh, God. I think I wasn't even aiming at me. Piece of fucking shit. Oh my God. Leave. That was a crazy question you've asked. Are modders gonna cook on here? Are there any mods y'all are specifically looking forward to?
Dang, he does that much damage, yo.
Huh? Gabe?
God, he can't keep getting away with this.
Huh?
God. Yeah, no modders are gonna cook. I just wanted to put it up for top. I thought you were gonna bring. I just wanted to see what specific mods you think they were gonna bring up.
Yeah, the Cape mods. They're probably gonna do the mod in between when they were traveling. Everybody had the fire bender capes and they were dripped out of their mods.
Yo.
Oh, they're probably gonna cook with that.
What the? Yo, nope. Tekken's done it for the day. Tekken's done for the day. They hold me. They're holding me hard.
I don't want Tekken.
Oh my God! You got no shoes on, you barefoot freak.
God knows shoes, man.
I swear to God, this is just gotcha gamble.
No. No, I will close my fucking app, bro. I'm not playing him again. I think it was horrible.
Oh my God! He's punching.
Yeah, we can do that.
if it works.
You wearing a mask because you don't want authorities to see your real face, freak. Oh my, yo. Please, just die.
He can't.
Okay. Okay, game. Okay, game. Okay. Okay. Okay, game. Okay, game. Chat, give me energy to lock in, chat.
Fuck in, sir.
How did that even hit me? Okay.
You're not locking in. That's why.
Exactly why.
Yo.
Yeah, this game dead drops in 3 days. I'm honestly surprised. I feel like the game needs to cook more, honestly. That's what I'm worried about. The beta just came out. I don't know if, I don't know, man.
Yo. No, I'm done. I'm done, chat. I'm done, chat. We can lie like we can Dragon Ball Z now, huh? Both of us go off. I'll do it after him. Okay. Okay, chat. Chat. We're done. We're done. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Look, you
Game
weren't
woke up
fighting
and said,
me.
"What do you think that the defensive options, such as from flow system, is going to be updated, or do you think it's going to stay the same as when we first played it in the closed beta?"
Probably gonna be the same.
I think it needs a little bit better tracking. I think there's a couple of times where I'd be like in a combo and I'm doing my flow motion,
Yeah.
and I have the bar for it, through the cheat gauge, and it just wasn't doing anything.
Uh, uh, hmm. Uh,
That's my thought, at least.
Are you sure about that?
What DLC characters do you think you're going to drop,
um,
or characters that you would be excited to see as DLC?
who do I want to see as DLC?
I know exactly who.
Boomy.
What the F?
Boomy
Boomy
would
would
be
be
cool.
good.
I definitely want to see Jet. I was LARPing earlier, but Jet's character.
You want Jet? I want Pipsqueak. What you mean?
That ass.
Nah. It would be good if they had
Oh,
oh sorry. Why am I forgetting his name? Iroh.
just die! Golly!
They better add Uncle Iroh, sir.
I swear to God, I get on
Oh
this
my
game and
God.
people
That's
fight
what
like
I
they in
want.
JJK. They fight like they got a whole. They got all of the city to save.
Old skill shot. I'm breaking them
I
out,
think
Gabe.
Uncle Iroh should be.
I
Bring
think
them out.
Boomy would be a good pick.
No Uncle Iroh?
I think Angaro is kind of given.
I'm pretty sure he's coming out already. I don't think he's gonna be DLC.
Yeah.
If he's not on the base
I
roster
hope.
or like the first DLC or whatever, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm gonna be visceral.
How about that nonsense?
Oh. What's that chick's name? Damn. The one that can paralyze that paralyzes you. And she was with Azula, and I forgot the other one's name. Damn, why am I drawing a blank? Yeah, I know who I'm talking about. The gymnastic chick.
Oh, May or Mai?
Mm-hmm. My.
Am I? Oh my lord! Yeah, I think she'd be good. I'm actually curious how they would like play her.
I like soccer, but more.
Balance. They're probably gonna like have her be between a mix between like Sokka and maybe a little bit of Azula. Obviously, not exact same move setup as Azula, but I feel like she'd have a lot of effing anti-airs and a lot of aerial juggles.
Yeah.
Like especially the fact that she's a freaking gymnast or not gymnast, but like
Ninja.
is she? Oh, she's part of the circus. Yeah, she was a gymnast in the circus. Yeah, so I was right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I expect that.
I gotta explain where she got those pressure points. How it's from though. Like, are you able to paralyze benders so they can't use their abilities? Why didn't more people learn that? Like, what do you mean? How is that not just a common ability that people that knew how to fight had?
No man.
She was in the
Was that
circus. How did she learn it? That's what I would like to know. She was in the circus and learned it. It wasn't like she was part of like some great family or anything like that. I was like, oh yeah, we fight benders all the time, so we developed this technique to fight them properly.
Are there any maps that you want to see
Random.
in particular?
Nothing bad happens to Bossy say.
I
Oh,
was saying the same thing. I was
On that
like,
Bossy
awesome
same map.
thing.
I want that. I want to see kids sliding on those effing those things, those slides, those ground slides.
there you go.
I want to see
Wasn't that
cabin.
Omashu? Whoa, wasn't that Omashu? With that? With the rock sliding in the back?
It was Omashu. This man's a fraud.
Yeah, like
We could both be larpers together.
Can both LARP together.
Yeah. Actually, I think that I expect them to actually cater more.
to the fans of the show.
Yeah, no, I'm expecting to see more core characters drop actually than I expect them to cater more to core just because it's the more recent of the two than other characters. I think I expect to see more core DLC. That's what I want to bring up earlier. I think they're gonna bring obviously Aang DLC with Boomy, Uncle Iroh, even though I think he's in the base game, but if he's not, then the Uncle Iroh for now. Jet. But I also expect to see core characters to be kind of hitting the main stream of like the DLC based content. I think just because of how recent it is. And I expect to see like heavy hitters. I mean, we clearly have Korra, who's already in the base effing game, but I kind of expect there to be like, I don't know, maybe Asami for sure. Uh, Maybe they even make the newest character from the movie drop too. What's that guy's name? Guys,
Uh, hell if I know. I forgot him already.
Same. I was thinking, like, wait a second. I know exactly who you're talking about. Do
I
I
haven't seen
remember
that
his
shit in a
name?
minute.
I expect to see him in there. Actually, he could be final DLC.
How the hell did she get out of that?
You better stop. Dumb. Dressed like a Bakugan character and about to be on the floor dead. Stand proud. I also want to see the chick from the original Avatar, the one that was like part of
Original chick from
the Zuko's team when he was like going through his like really assassin phase with the mask.
chick?
She was the goth chick with the blind
May?
animal.
Oh, that's what I was talking about
no.
earlier. I said the one I was saying that's gonna be the first person people are probably gonna mind. June. I think her name June.
Sir June, yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's your
I expect her to be in the game wholeheartedly. Now, in terms of what moveset they give her, I expect it to be kind of like some type of like. Actually, what was her specialty again? She threw knives, right?
I
Did
think
a lot of knife work.
she had a whip, do knives.
Okay, so I expect her to be like a zoning character.
Probably have the support as that big ass mobile stun lock and even place and shit.
The devs are listening to our stream.
All right, write that down. Write that down. That down. Did he say stun locks? What am I thinking of? How are you pieces of shit? I really tried not to do this.
Han?
Nope.
Okay. We're gonna pivot, guys, from actual just general talking, and I kind of want to hit more points on like articles and stuff like that. While we're pivoting that, I'm gonna actually have us do a brief intermission. Get your snacks, or if you're a late night owl, then do whatever you got to do to stay awake. You get hydrated, get that water, get that Gatorade, get that vitamin water, even though that's just pure sugar water. But we're gonna take a brief intermission while I get more articles up or things that could be more updated news on Avatar as a whole. Hold tight in a bit.
Get your articles.
Yep.
Articles. Such a funny word.
Yes, sir.
Fight indeed.
Did the podcast stop or?
No, I hope she's getting the
Brief intermission.
articles.
Mm.
Articles. God, he has to fucking die. It's so annoying, dude. Fuck you. Careful with that Vader. Something else.
Oh, he's just sitting there.
The Vader.
Vader.
Damn it.
The diplomacy he's been famous for. That ass. Yeah, he carried the fuck out of them.
Hi guys, we are back. I didn't find any recent news on any mechanics or anything of the sort in terms of the closed beta transitioning into the actual pre-release of the game or the pre-orders or the release of the game. But I did find something that really did stand out to me. I think it could be a good topic for this podcast episode. So apparently, one of the biggest stories surrounding Avatar Legends this week wasn't actually about gameplay; it was about the people making the game. Paramount did confirm that Mike Zamont is working on the title as a backing programmer. Now Mike Zamont has held a position um, before, where he I think was let me see real quick. He worked on a different video game company after called Lab Zero Games. And that was followed that made him face a lot of scrutiny, not because of the actual game company shutting down, but because he had a history of allegedly abusive behavior. And that same year, Arc System Works suspended Zamont from work on a rollback netcode update for Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus. Amidst those, I guess, accusations and reckoning in 2020, there was allegations of sexual harassment, abuse, and other offensive things coming into light.
That's to do with the game.
Not having to do with the game, but he does have a role in the game now. Now he's someone who literally plays a part in terms of the game's, Sorry, I'm just reading more. Give me a sec, guys. Just reading more. Give me one sec. Give me one sec, guys. Making sure I'm getting the right information here so I don't say something false. I never want to lead somebody astray. Dead as F. Okay, wait. Oh. Here we go. Sorry, guys. All right, I have the article up now. So, like I said earlier, they have the individual Mike Zamont as part of their team. He's working on the game as individual contributor, focused on backend programming, engineer architecture, and netcode. He does have a really strong background in rollback netcode and fighting game systems. So it makes sense on why they would have him there. But like I said earlier, he's had some, bad history with treating people improperly, having allegations, especially after Lab Zero Games, the company closing down in 2020, and him being kicked off of the Arc Systems team during the time of the creation of the T-Gear XX Accent Core Plus. Which is, I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. Some people are saying it's bad, some people are saying it's good. Some people are saying it's bad because they don't want him touching a game that has an IP that's so well beloved by the community. Others are saying, it doesn't matter exactly that he had a bad rep. That was 2020. It's 2026 now, and he's trying to help make a game that is beneficial for all to play. So I think it's a pretty good thing to, have a discussion about. I think initially speaking, my thoughts are kind of mixed. I do see that the side that is saying like, hey, he's, problematic to people, and especially the people that he works to around him. Because, if he has allegations of sexual harassment, abuse, and other offensive, actions being put on him, I don't want anyone to be in danger. But at the same time, I'm sitting here going like, if he's going through therapy, if he's changed, this article hasn't said anything about him going to therapy, by the way, guys. I'm just saying in general. If he's changed, if he's going through a process of growing, then I would say in the grand scheme of things, I don't think I'd say I'm okay with it, but I think that if he's just working to make the game the best game possible, I don't want to focus too much on the background as a character if he has gone through just making the game good. I'm not saying I condone any of that behavior. I think that kind of behavior is effing bad, and should never be praised or thrown under the rug. But I definitely feel like, as a whole, I definitely feel like everyone deserves a second chance. And I think that if he's helping the game, especially with the F and netcode, because we had that talk earlier, we definitely need rollback netcode in terms of making sure that the game is playing at the peak performance that needs to, especially with so many combos that you could pull off. I don't want to say I see the necessarily biggest problem. What about your thoughts, cousin?
Time for that hero debate. Put him down. No, I'm joking.
You said what?
He said, what? So it's time for that hero debate. Put him down. No, but I don't see that. I mean, as long as he's doing his job, it doesn't hurt the process of the game. But I don't even know if the allegations were proven, or this isn't the first time someone's been approved and in the line of work and it wasn't true. A voice actor suffered from that all the time. So unless I see receipts, I don't believe it, bro.
Also, I feel like having this come up literally the week before the game releases could put a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth. I hate for him and his involvement to be the main or strong driving factor for why people feel some type of like push away from the game. I don't want to play this game because potential deviant worked on it. Like
Joe Deviant.
think people deserve second chances, and like Kaizen said, and I think he said the best. If his allegations, and based off what I've seen so far from this one article, seems just like allegations and solely allegations. I don't think we should make that. I don't think that should bleed into the actual gaming experience. But I don't know. I would love to hear y'all's chat's thought while I pivot to the next stream. Apparently, because this man wants to go into the hero debate. Give me 1 sec, chat.
Hold on, I gotta go all out real quick. Niggas are bugging. Start off small.
Yeah, their hooks went like crazy. Have you noticed?
Hooks went like crazy. It's mostly that Grievous is scaring the fuck out of him. So I'll kill him first. Good shit. More.
You know, I can hook swing too. That's the thing. I just choose not to because I'm not weak. Like, oh crap! I'm stuck. I'm stuck here.
There you go. Oh,
I'm
Lord.
stuck in the corner, sir. Okay, I'm out. Yeah.
Grievous is around there somewhere.
Watch out with Maul. Please do it. I dare you.
Bro, I love Anakin's form. This shit is so clean.
Hey guys, I'm going to be back on. I want this to be a separate stream I want it to be separate. I want it to be completely separate.
Get out of there.
I don't want the hero debate to be the same stream as the Avatar debate.
Yeah.
But I think just note in general, I think that this game is going to be something really big. I don't think it's going to be reaching the levels or the heights as high as you might say as Street Fighter or as Tekken or as fighters. But I do think it's going to, like Kaizen said earlier, hit its own niche community. I think with its integration of the flow system, I think its integration of different assists that allow characters to play different from each other, even if it's the same character. The example being Azula's. And I think the fact that you have a system that pushes for you to get combos in order to fill up your gauge, your chi gauge, to be able to do certain things, I think that is a great way to get people to want to keep playing the game, keep learning different combos, keep learning different things. Because I think one thing that I think makes Avatar, especially with its developers and developing its characters, to be so successful, or at least to be successful for the future in my eyes, is the fact that they made the issue a lot of fighting games had leave. They threw it out the window. A lot of fighting games that you have one character, and they could be a really good character you like, for example, being Ryu, Ken, and be like, okay, well, I learned his combo. I learned his move string. Cool. Now I don't have to ever think about him again. The assist pushes the variation of different characters to the forefront, because now you're like, well, I got one form of Azula down. Let me try the other two forms. And it really does feel like you're playing a different character.
Yeah.
It really does feel like you're doing a new experience.
Fucking bot! It does.
Chad, that's just Kaizen being so excited about the variants of different characters based off the assists that he just can't contain himself.
You know what game?
But yeah.
I think you already said this, but Mortal Kombat. I believe Injustice was supposed to have variations at one point, but they scrapped the idea. I would have loved that. They kind of gave us a mini variation with customization with items. So if you play with, let's say, Robin has a staff variation, it changes his entire playstyle. And some characters have similar shit like that, where you just pick up certain things, it just changes how they play entirely. So I did not talk about variations. I actually like the variation system a lot. For characters like Azula, it does matter. I don't know how much it matters for Sokka, but some characters it matters more than others. I'm a pretty big fan of that.
Yep. I think all these factors really come to play. Developers really came to the point of saying, like, I don't want spam. Let me make a flow system. I don't want people to get. I don't want players to get bored of one character. Let me make variants of the character. I don't want people to just not learn. Learn like 1-2 button combos. Let me make different. Different combinations here and there. You're not pressing like just one square button and then winning the game. That's not what's happening.
They're not even close. How is that not even close? It was 1-1. What the fuck?
Yeah, I really like that. The fact that they paid attention to that.
So
What do they call them? Installs? Is that what they call them?
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Installs. So Sokka's Suki? Wow. That's an install. It basically changes how he. I did not quit. This game's just bullshit, bro. It basically changes how he plays entirely, or at least for a certain amount of time. Server full. All right, bro. I'm at menu.
Anyway,
Wow.
It's not full. You can join, sir.
It's not.
anyway, I think
telling me it's joint-
I think
full.
I think Avatar is going to reach its own niche. I think that Avatar is going to be a great game that caters to the classic love and attention that people who play original games want from a fighting game.
Did
So
you join, sir? I want to say. But yeah, no, I think it should be fun. It's just it honestly depends on the player base and how they decide to play it. If they find endless combo and they just share with everyone and that's what everyone's doing, it's gonna kill the game. Like try to play the game at your own, not at your own level, but try not to play like a copycat, and try not to just be a bot.
don't be a bot. You heard it here first, folks. Don't be a bot. I think that's a great way to end the stream, actually, the podcast episode. I think, Gabe, say it again, bro. If it's people at home.
Anyone playing the new Avatar game, please play authentically and don't play as a bot. With much love, but still, don't do it.
All right, guys. Casshern, do you have any ending thoughts you want to hit or touch upon?
No, that's we got the variations, maps, DLC.